Welcome to Backstage Takoma. Today we have Bobby Hill and Luke Stewart here with us. Bobby is the producer of an upcoming event here at the Takoma Park Community Center on February 2nd. We'll be screening Black February about the legendary jazz composer Butch Morris. Following the film will be a concert conducted by trumpeter Flip Barnes. Luke will be performing as a member of the ensemble. Welcome, Bobby and Luke.
It's good to be here, Emily. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Could you, Bobby, tell us a little bit about the concert that you have planned?
Certainly, glad to. Butch Morris, Lawrence Douglas Butch Morris, is a wonderful, or was a wonderful musician and composer and conductor. He passed away last February. And Black February is a film that was done by director Vipal Manga on the conduction process of Butch Morris. He basically spent an entire month of February a few years back following Butch as he conducted a series of concerts in New York City. And the results of those concerts and Vipal's work was the film Black February, Music is an Open Door.
Could you tell us a little bit about the conduction process and what that term means?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Conduction, Butch refers to as conducted improvisation. It's shaping the music by using symbols and gestures that allow the musicians in real time to respond to what he's putting forth as far as guidance, and also to create their own fantasy within the music. So conduction is conducted improvisation through gestures and symbols that Butch uses in real time.
And will the conduction process also be used to conduct the concert here at the Community Center?
Yes, it will. Louis Flip Barnes is a wonderful trumpet player who's worked in Butch's conduction processes. The band that he's currently in, by Greg Tate, Burnt Sugar, uses Butch Morris's conduction process in their playing. So Flip is very familiar with Butch Morris's process. So he's going to take some wonderful musicians, area musicians who have national acclaim, through the conduction process after the film.
And how did you get involved with this project?
It's interesting. Butch Morris had a recording called Homing that came out in 1990, which wasn't a conduction. Homing was actually a composed piece, but it's a beautiful piece of music. I heard it, contacted Butch, wanted to come up to New York to just spend some time talking about his music and conduction process. He welcomed me to New York, and what started out as just a quick in and out visit turned into be a whole weekend of spending time with Butch Morris and learning about his conduction process. So I first heard about Butch through his music, but through that meeting, we stayed in touch for the next 20 years of his life.
Oh, wow. And you're also a host on a local radio show, right?
I do a program on WPFW, 89.3 FM. I've been there for 31 years now. And though I started playing traditional music maybe for the first 6 months or a year, my primary focus has been what's called avant-garde jazz or free jazz, which Butch Morris is a part of, Flip Barnes is a part of, Luke Stewart is a part of. Folks who really delve into taking chances with how this music is made and how it can be heard.
I'd love to take a listen. Could you play something, Luke?
Certainly. I'll just play a quick little improvisation.
That was great. Could you tell me a little bit about how you got involved with this music?
Certainly. Well, I've been listening to the music for a long time, since I was in high school. And the first time I actually heard this music live was actually at a Transparent production of Kahil El-Zabar and his Ethnic Heritage Ensemble. And for me, that was, after listening to it for a long time and really getting to see it live, it really presented, for me, the most tangible and relevant expression of the music and what it was that I was trying to do in music. Since then, I've had the wonderful opportunity to play with a lot of different people and to speak with a lot of different people about the music and about the lineage and learn just a lot about, you know, how to do this music in a really compelling and way with integrity to you and to myself as a musician.
Okay. And Bobby, could you tell us a little bit about the other musicians that will be playing on February 2nd?
I'd love to, I'd love to. I should mention that this is being presented as part of Transparent Productions' 2013-14 season. And we've offered a lot of music, but this is definitely one of the highlights of our season. We have a wonderful ensemble. As I mentioned, Louis Flip Barnes, the gifted trumpeter, will be playing trumpet and conducting the ensemble through Butcher's process. We have 2 saxophone players, the wonderful Brad Lindy, who conducts the Bohemian Cabinets Big Band every Monday night, and Brian Settles, who's a very gifted saxophonist out of Howard University. Luke Stewart is going to be on bass, doing wonderful work as he always does. On guitar, Anthony Pirog. I said that correctly?
Pirog.
On guitar, Anthony Pirog will be featured. He's a wonderful guitarist. He does duets with his partner Janelle, but we're going to hear him in an ensemble setting separate from cello this time. Gorgeous guitarist. Mike Noonan is a violin player from Annapolis, Maryland. Mike has had the opportunity to work with Butch Morris through some of his conduction processes, so he's kind of a veteran in the ensemble participating in this project. Warren Trey Crudup III is going to be on drums, and one added treat, I hope it's a treat, Thomas Stanley, who will be introducing this discussion in film, is also a gifted writer and poet. Thomas is going to be providing recitation along with myself. We actually are taking words, the words of Butch Morris, and we've contextualized his words, talking about his music and his process, and we're going to be incorporating those into the performance as well. So it's voice, instrumentation, and film. Should be a wonderful evening.
It's very timely as well, right?
Extremely timely. Butch Morris died just a few days before February of last year. So by doing this concert this February, we're celebrating the 1st anniversary of Butch Morris's death. February is the month that he was born in, but in February of 1985, Butch Morris did his first conduction, live conduction in New York City at the Kitchen. So this is an opportunity to converge all of those February events for this Black February film and performance.
Great. Join us for Black February on Sunday, February 2nd at 5 p.m. here at the Takoma Park Community Center. And stay tuned for more We Are Takoma performances. Until next time.